Terraria is fun. I fixed that by doing Master Mode, Medium Core, 10x spawn rates starting at 20 HP. If that doesn't sound bad to you, then keep watching because I will prove to you that it is the worst thing I have ever done. Speaking of which, this video is part 2 of the playthrough. Free hard mode will be linked in the pinned comment, so make sure to watch that one first. Now for the rules. I'm only allowed to use my one large world. I am not allowed to cheese bosses in any meaningful way. The only mod I'm allowed to use is 10x spawn rates. And the last rule is for you, the viewer. Anyone who says I should do legendary mode will be burned at the stake to serve penance for their sins. Now, without further ado, let's end Mimi Sour Cream's journey to beat Counter-Strike Me Harder. Never gets old. This is what normal spawn rates look like. This is what vanilla 10 times spawn rates look like. And this is the mod that I am using. As you can see, I am being generous by calling this 10 times spawn rates. But whining's not going to make progress, so let's begin Chapter 7, A Terrible Night. The first thing I need to do is address the elephant in the room, which is that everything deals 100 damage, and I just am not gonna survive for very long. So I need to get good armor as fast as possible. And we all know that the quickest armor set to get is obviously the hollowed armor set. But to get that armor set, I need two things: good accessories and good weapons. Our next and final step before the first mechanical boss of the run is Wyvern Town, which is decimated by the power of the marrow. But I realize I need a mithril anvil now. So, yeah. Mind you, even the process of getting to an altar is a pain in the ass. But after much time, I managed to get palladium, mithril, and adamantite. There is one very necessary precaution before I get mining, and that is better healing potions. And we all know that Souls of Light are an ingredient in better healing potions. Of course, I'm joking. They're actually an ingredient for mimics, which are so easily killed that it actually feels like cheese to walk in a straight line. Another reason I'm killing mimics is because I want the storm bow. I feel like that'll be pretty good against the destroyer. But alas, 3 mimics did not drop it, so into the mines, which are really quite pleasant. All I gotta do is fall down the elevator, look for stuff, and then mine it, and then move on to the next ore set. Combining that with recall potions anytime a slight whiff of danger comes near, and yeah, it's pretty safe. Safe, of course, being used in a relative term, because holy shit, everything hurts so bad. But not even 20 minutes, and I can already get adamantite, which is the most pain-in-the-ass ore to get ever, considering I only broke 3 altars, but luckily I only need 50 so I could get the hard mode furnace. Meaning I now have everything I need to craft my wings and fight the twins. Alright, time to lock in. Marrow, fairy wings, molten armor, what could go wrong? Enemies can go wrong. See, the way I dodge the twins is called go up, go down, no brain power required. But with 10 times spawn rates, I sometimes have to go down and then up, and that ruins my entire brain power, and I just get hit by so much bullshit, because I can simply not focus on dodging enemies, dodging projectiles, and dodging the twins themselves. And especially considering I didn't upgrade my armor means that every small mistake is felt 10 times as much as it should be. First attempt, I got him to almost half health, which is pretty good, not gonna lie, but I do not feel like reorganizing my inventory, so I recalled home, which immediately gave me the bright fucking idea to go fish in space, which if you don't know spawns wyverns, which hurt a lot, which caused me to fall down and find possessed armors, which hurt a lot. And because of some fuck-ass wraith that took its sweet-ass time getting down here, I'm really goddamn low. Low enough to panic and get hit by a wyvern, which panicked me more, causing me to run to the left for whatever goddamn fucking reason and die. Now, if I had any semblance of intelligence, I would have just died on top of my base so I could just get my stuff back. But no, now I have to sit here and sleep. And I am just so thrilled to get to organize my inventory again. Anyway, something I learned from the last video was that if you hide behind player-placed walls, then worm AI enemies won't spawn. But in the middle of me doing that, it started raining, and I really wanted some frost cores, so I farmed them. Anyway, back to the fishing in space thing, I filled up a whole big pool of water, and then crafted up some peace candles, which are surprisingly easy to craft for how good they are. Good being relative to this fuck-ass challenge I'm doing. And also to explain, for those who have been curious this entire time, I'm fishing in the space biome for space minnows, because space minnows craft calming potions, and calming potions reduce spawn rates. And Nimbus clouds are really cool, because it means that I have to sleep through the night if it's raining, because I can't fucking fight a a boss with Nimbus clouds around. Anyway, time for attempt 2, and I got my ass beat. I don't know what happened. I think I just suck ass. But the night is still young, so time for attempt 3. And let me tell you that attempt 3 went fucking magnificently. I was moving like a goddamn paintbrush, just perfect strokes up and down. And boy, was I landing shots on Spasmatism. His ass was getting cooked. And my only movement is fairy wings, and yet this motherfucker cannot touch me, which led to my boy Spasmatism getting full health. Second phase Retinazer was much closer, but you know, I got him. Good God. And the game was nice enough to give me a dev set, which is just fucking awesome. It was unfortunately followed immediately by a solar eclipse, and I don't know what the fuck was going on, but enemies kept spawning inside my base. It's spawn-proofed though, so like I don't know why. And it genuinely only happened in the playthrough during this one solar eclipse. I don't know what the fuck was wrong with the game, which unfortunately made me die to a fucking possessed that just spawned in my base. And I want you to take a nice long look at my inventory before I died. And now my inventory after I died. Before, after, before, after. You may notice that my goddamn Frostbark boots and my Charm of Myths have now despawned. I don't know why, they're just fucking gone. But you know what? I recently found peace in life, so I'm not even upset about it. Although it is really annoying, Frostbark boots can be replaced with Spectre boots, and a Charm of Myths is really easy to get back, so it's not that big of a deal. I will note that I only have 2 extra pairs of Hermes boots, so if I lose them, then yeah, it's gonna be a problem. Now I want to explain to you why I did what I did next. I wanted to get Red Solution, so that I could easily switch between Hollow and Crimson in my mob farm. And the only way to get Red Solution is to buy it from the Steampunker in a Blood Moon. And you're probably asking yourself how this could go so wrong. And it's because I forgot clowns can hit you through walls. And again, that in itself is not that big of a deal, right? Yeah, that is my entire fucking inventory despawning. Because you want to know why I bothered explaining that the 10x spawn rates mod I'm using is way more than 10x spawn rates? It's a little fun fact about how the item cap works. Imagine a stack of plates. Imagine, when I die, I add all my items to that stack of plates. But the stack of plates can only go so high. So to add new plates, you have to remove the plates at the bottom. Now, imagine that your base is a fucking automatic mob farm that is dropping hundreds upon hundreds of coins, all of which are rapidly deleting the plates at the bottom, and bam! All of my items are fucking vaporized. So let's assess the damage. The dev set I just got? Gone. The wings I just got? Gone. Knockback immunity? Don't need that shit. My armor? Fucking gone. My Knight's Edge? Gone. All of my fucking potions, accessories, Climtaminator, my slime staff, my fucking tools, my everything. Gone. Now this is what Mediumcore is all about. Chapter 8. The Metal Rapture. Before I even bother trying to re-gear, let's just wait for the Blood Moon to end. Oh, you know what? I do have extra time just lying around. I could wait on pirates. I really just can't have shit, can I? God damn, bro. Thankfully, I'm not a complete moron and had spare gear just lying around everywhere, so that's at least nice. And here's the new finished loadout. It's a downgrade in every sense of the word. But everything could be forgiven if I got the black spot. And it dropped nothing good. I'm not gonna bore you with the whole re-gearing process, because it is the exact same thing that I did in the first part, just worse. The sad thing is that all of my recall potions died, so I have to fish for more. Anyway, guess who has to wait on another Blood Moon? At least I get to discover the secret of thy Mimic again. Man, it's weird I'm mentioning the Mimic, considering I just said I wasn't gonna bore you with... yeah, that's why. And when the simple act of retrieving items becomes a whole-ass movie scene, it just gets to a point, man. Thankfully, a goat is faster than a dragon, so I'm fine. I have zero faith that this fight will end well for me, but I'd like to know how much more prep I need to do. Turns out it's a lot, because those lasers hurt really bad. But it's finally time to make use of those frost cores that I got ages ago. I need 54 adamantite bars to get a full set of frost armor. So, I'm going down into the mines, and I'm fucking dead. And to give myself some credit, here's evidence of my quick heal being bound to mouse button 5. And now here's what happens when I hit mouse button 5 and mouse button 4. That's so cool that I turn my computer off, I turn it back on, and my mouse rebinds my fucking mouse buttons. to fucking 4 and 6. I deserve to lose progress in my fucking game because my mouse doesn't fucking work. God forbid I have any fucking fun ever. Why is my mouse just not doing fucking anything now? Don't worry, I got my stuff back, and I fixed the mouse. Yeah, it's fine, everything's fine. And after an hour of slowly going down from where I died, I only have a palladium pickaxe and cannot mine adamantite. So all of this was a huge waste of time. Ah, fuck it, I'll just fight the twins again. Ah, yes, a wyvern, of course, wyvern, yay! Ah, it's alright though, I got him. Sir, a second wyvern has hit the twins. Yeah, so that fight did not go well. Regrettably, I made a lower platform so I wouldn't get fucked over by wyverns. And while I was at it, I added some heart lanterns and some sunflowers to the arena, and summoned the twins once more. And please take notice of the fact that there are still fuckers in my arena. I am in a boss fight using peace candles, sunflowers, and a calming potion, and yet there is still like 4 guys every time I go back down. Which, yeah, hurt a lot. So I have to focus on aiming, I have to focus on dodging the twins, I have to focus on managing my height so I don't spawn wyverns, and I have to focus on dodging enemies in my arena. And if I die, there's a non-zero chance that my inventory is wiped. Which means I can say in confidence that this is the only fun boss fight in the challenge. Dodging everything is actually really fun. So I have once again defeated the twins, and once again got a death set. So to treat myself, replaced the marrow with the hollowed repeater, and got myself a new helmet. And then there was some character development. I switched over my mob farm manually. Isn't that nice? And with my new upgrades, I killed the twins again, and then got another dev set. This is not a joke, I am 1 hollowed bar away from a full set of hollow armor. Also not a joke, I am sick of fighting the twins, so we're gonna go fight Skeletron Prime, who at this stage in the game should theoretically be pretty damn easy. But 1, I don't have knockback immunity, and 2, there is an ungodly amount of enemies on my screen. I have 3 spawn rate decreasers in a boss fight, and yet this is still insane. So attempt 1 was a bust. But attempt 2 is gonna be in the old Skeletron arena, and I didn't even get to finish explaining, you piece of shit. The plan didn't even work. He just hid outside of the arena the whole time, so I have to go fight him in my main one anyway. You know what they say, 3rd time's the charm. My strat goes as follows. Don't get hit. And if I spend all my time in the air, then possessed armors cannot fuck me over. Aside from that, I just shot at him. I mean, I focused on the laser hand a bit more than the other hands, but I don't know, man, I just shot him. Bing, bang, bop, my boy is dead as fuck. And with that, I can get a flamethrower, full hollow armor, and an Excalibur. The worm did not stand a chance against my joy and whimsy. And oh boy, once the progress train leaves its station, there is nothing that could stop it. Oh, okay. My loot is now in like the very edge of the underground jungle, and that is not a good place for loot to be. And then I lost my inventory again to a fucking flying tortoise. But I got it back pretty quickly, and continued trying to bomb all the way down to my stuff, which got me around halfway there. The bomb site was pretty useless because that is way too lethal down there. Progress slowed way down after a few worms spawned in. Regardless, I got to about 5 blocks away from my items being on screen when this bullshit happened, and then this horse shit happened, and this one I failed to make it to the bottom. But my last attempt, I was able to see that before, after, before, after. You may not have noticed, but I lost everything again. Okay, so far the video has been 15 minutes of gearing up. That's cool. So let's just blitz through the rest of this. I used my spare materials to craft a Mega Shark, reforged my spare accessories, grinded in the mob farm for new accessories, then had to equip rocket boots because I don't have any more Hermes boots or variants, had just enough hollow ore left over to craft a helmet, tried fishing for Hermes boots but got a whole lot of nothing, acquired a banana ring, then fished for another 40 minutes and yet I still didn't get any Hermes boots. Instead, I got enough Hardmode ore to make a frost breastplate and mithril greaves. So the last thing I need before I can move on to Plantera is speed boots, something I plan on acquiring by blowing up the entire desert in search of chests. And I want you to look at how much area that I blew up in a span of an hour. Just take a nice long look at me flying through the remains of what was once called a desert. And do you want to take just a wild guess about how many chests that I found? Jesus Christ. It fucking scared the shit out of me. Excluding mimics, I found 3 chests. And every single one of them was a goddamn snake flute. Another fucking snake flute. So considering RNG is not gonna let me have Hermes boots, I'm just gonna move on to Plantera. Step 1. Make an arena. This took an hour and a half. Step 2, get a pickaxe axe again. Step 3, remove all the chlorophyte from the arena. Step 4, mine more chlorophyte. Step 5, make a true Excalibur. Step 6, beat Plantera. Phase 1 was really easy. All I had to do was put her on the spin cycle to win. But again, that's only because I'm not going any lower. If I had to go lower, then I would get fucked up by spiky balls and probably die. Which almost happened regardless because goddamn, she is shooting fast. I ended up just trying to dodge so I didn't enter phase 2 with such low health, which was a good call because I do not know how to dodge phase 2 Plantera. I believe it is because my arena is not long enough, and also just because I'm bad. So I grinded up some turtle armor to help with being terrible at the game, and added a second platform, because obviously that's gonna help with the platform not being long enough. Regardless, I entered phase 2 with almost full health, and I'm trying really desperately to make the true Excalibur work, but it is simply not. I'm not sure if Plantera is on the spin cycle or if I'm on the spin cycle. Either way, I'm not the one winning. Attempt 3, I tried out the fabled Osagoth tunnel, and made it way too short, so that didn't work out. Yet another hour wasted to this godforsaken challenge, and I have sadly come across the news that my Osagoth tunnel cannot go any lower because the jungle does not exist below me. You can tell because of the watercolor change. And this clip is for the people who really want to see my suffering more. Yeah, so that's 15 seconds of what I had to do the entire playthrough whenever I wanted to get anywhere underground. Yep, and of course, there's a beehive in the way of my new Osagoth tunnel, so I gotta just deal with draining honey everywhere. I present to you the new best Plantera strat. Inspired by the Osagoth tunnel, I have improved the design. With a brand new slogan, there's no need to go down if you can just go around. That's right, it's the Osagoth loop. With easy installation, you can modify your Osagoth tunnel and turn it into an Osagoth loop, which might I add is definitely a better strategy than just expanding the arena slightly farther to the right. And now for the live demonstration of my new product. Simply hug the left wall so that Plantera actually gets her ass in the open air, then wallop her with a true Excalibur. Now, time to outrun the spiky balls because oh my god, they're coming for me. Why can the balls fucking travel at me? Your ascent must be pretty quick because if you're not quick, then you will get eaten. The only time I'd recommend going for damage is when you're going down. Osagoth Loop has proven itself to be better. Chapter 10, a grand finale. My first stop will be the Golem Temple. For legit no reason. I don't know why I'm here. There's no way I'm killing Golem with the stuff I have now. But I guess it's fine to have a safe path to the Golem arena. And of course I have to tunnel through the temple because just look at my screen. It took another hour to get this far and I'm not even at fucking Golem. There's a few good things I can find in the post-Plantera dungeon, but the most important is the Paladin Shield. The other notable items are the Paladin's Hammer, Master Ninja Gear, and Bone Wings. Which, like every other individual task that I have done, took a goddamn hour of grinding. Let's go! And I now have everything I need to kill Golem. This arena has been made with very careful consideration for the fact that if I go too far to the left, things are gonna start spawning, and I don't want that. So I restricted the arena so that that doesn't happen. First phase Golem is not that scary until a flying snake comes out of nowhere. But then again, Golem first phase is never scary, so... where is head at? Yeah, so there's so many enemies on screen that I'll reach the mob cap and his head just didn't spawn. Which I was not trying to do, so I'm not gonna count it as cheese. Especially considering the fact that I have gotten my inventory wiped twice. I mean, I killed him at spawn anyway, but like, I feel like I could get away with some cheese at this point. Anyway, I got some beetle armor and killed the lunatic cultist. That is the wrong fucking guy. No! Honestly, it's a good thing I did not kill the lunatic cultist because I am not prepared for the pillars. Nor am I prepared for the Empress of Light because holy shit, not having boots is becoming a really big problem. Dude, I've never fucking fought the boss before. Calm down, Jesus Christ. Yeah, so if that didn't clue you in, I did not win. Attempt 2 was not any better. Attempt 3 was when I really started noticing the difference between boots and not having boots. Because I can only dodge with wings and I will eventually run out of wing timer and just get hit anyway. Which is why I lost attempt 4. Don't mind me, just crafting. What in the goddamn? This game sucks. Fuck it, I'm back to killing the cultist. I may be the only person in history to kill the lunatic cultist with a stinger. Also, no, I did not summon another phantasmal dragon. That was a different guy. Anyway, he's now dead, so it doesn't matter anyway. Let's make it snappy. Time to take out the pillars. The Stardust pillar was grinded down with the assistance of star cells, and then I used the Mega Shark to take out the pillar from afar, which is something I assume people are gonna call cheese, but I'm not gonna do that. I think it's just strategy. My next target is the Vortex pillar because because I need a better weapon than the Stinger. Sadly, this is the most lethal pillar, thus taking the longest. Good news though, pillar enemies despawn the second they get off screen, so I get to 1v3 these dudes over and over until the shield drops. And I dealt with this pillar the same way I dealt with the last one. Intermission potion refill. The solar pillar I cheesed the least, because all I did was go in, go out, and then shoot the guys. And I surprisingly did not have a single close call. But now that 3 out of 4 pillars are dead, I've gone down to the underground ice biome, because it's probably the last and safest place I could still find speed boots. And it only took 9 chests to find it. So now the only thing I need before I could fight the Moon Lord is the Duke Fishron mount. But due to poor Sharknado management, I did not win my first attempt. Nor the second. The third attempt, I made it to the 3rd phase, but due to some really poor Sharknado management, I lost. On the 4th attempt, I switched over to the Daybreak, and my god, it is doing so much more work than the Phantasm was. But the 4th attempt also ended because I don't know what I'm doing. And the exact same thing happened on the 5th attempt. But you're not going to be able to guess what happened on the 6th attempt. Yeah, so Duke Fishron requires either really good movement or just really strong vertical movement. And I know just the boss to give me some strong vertical movement. But being capable of killing a boss is very different from being actually capable of killing the boss. But I got him, it's fine. And so the only thing left to do is take out the easiest pillar out of the bunch. This is like genuinely enough brain sucklers to just immediately drop the shields. And impending doom approached way quicker than I wanted it to, so I left. And then spent almost an hour waiting for it to rain. And it never did, so I installed a mod to let me trigger rain. And that definitely violates 2 out of the 3 rules that I set, but equally, I'm so goddamn tired of this challenge, and I am very, very tired of editing this goddamn challenge, so I don't care. The only fun I had was when I fought Skeletron and when I fought the twins. Everything else has been a drain on society. So, without further ado, I beat the Moon Lord. And that is 10x spawn rates, Master Mode, Mediumcore, starting at 20 HP, beaten. I'm never touching Master Mode, I'm never touching Mediumcore, I'm never touching 10x spawn rates. This shit was miserable. And I fucking hated every second of it. Jesus Christ, man. And now I have to deal with a fucking invasion. Martians are invading? Sure, man. Go ahead. I don't fucking care anymore. I got another dev set. My final time played and final death count is on screen now. There you go. But the only other thing I want to say is I appreciate the support on that last video. I definitely did not expect it, and I'm just happy people enjoyed it. Anyway, in best regards, the handheld portal device.